Hi everyone, you're here sewing with Cody, and today's video we are working on foot number 5, which is your blind hem stitch foot. So here we've got it right here. So we're going to be showing a couple of different blind hems we can do with the number 5 blind hem stitch foot. So remember, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and now let's get started. So since we're working with foot number 5, which is our blind hem stitch foot, so here, this is the number 5 that comes with your typical machine. This is number 5 with a code. So this number 5 would come with most of your 9mm stitch width machines. The regular number 5, which looks just like this, is identical except it doesn't have this code. That's going to come with your 5.5mm stitch width machines. So don't stress about if you don't have this code or not, because it doesn't change the foot itself. It just changes what the machine sees and what it knows it's on the machine. So when we're working with a blind hem, we have a blind hem stitch. So we can see it right here on the screen. Like on this 590, it's stitch number 9. And it's kind of like a little pyramid stitch, like I refer to it as. But it has these little pyramids that are going to the left. That's our blind hem stitch. So here on my sample, I've got 2 different types of blind hem stitches. So this is your typical blind hem stitch from the rear. So we have the fabric folded once, and then we fold it an additional time. So the first fold is so when it produces that blind hem, it's nice and finished. So you could definitely have done this on a serger, like an overlocker, and finished off the seam. But here, we folded this fabric down, and then we folded it again to the correct length that we wanted. And so if we look at the correct side, it looks nice and finished. So whenever we're working with a blind hem, you always want to make sure you're working with a thread that completely matches our fabric as best as possible. So when we see our blind hem from a distance, those little stitches that are created blend right in with your fabric. A number of times we may work with an even slightly thinner thread, so our thread blends in with our fabric even better. The other blind hem we're going to do, which is one of my favorites, it is a hand look blind hem. So from the outside, from the front of our fabric, it looks identical to our normal blind hem. But from the back, it looks like it was something that was done by hand. Like here we have this little flap right here with our typical blind hem. But with a hand look blind hem, there's nothing. It's just nice and flat, so it's not going to get caught on anything. And all these, the instructions for everything for all the blind hems are on or are in your big book of feet. So for instance, our hand look blind hem is right here on this page, and all the instructions and everything are in the book. So the big book of feet is a huge asset. So let's get started. So first, let's work with the hand look blind hem. So here's my fabric that I've got. So I would have measured how far I need my hem to be. And then with my excess fabric, I would have folded over and pressed my first fold, which basically encapsulates that raw edge. And then we folded it down to line up with this next fold that we'll be creating. So after you fold, you can see it's been folded and pressed 3 different times. So this center fold right here, this is what's going to be the length. So when it's all said and done, that's the length I need it to be. So you will want to measure how far you want, like your pants or whatever, the length, and that's going to be this fold. So you never want to cut off all that fabric. You want to leave some of that there, so we can then fold in the raw edge, encapsulate it, and then fold it in on that line, which represents the length we need it to be. So you'll have something like this. And then we're going to fold it again, so the edge of our first fold, if I can get it, the edge of our first fold lines up with our third fold. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take our blind hem foot, which has this guide that comes all the way to the back, which resembles our number 10 foot, except this guide comes all the way to the back to hold our stitches nicely. But remember, you cannot use decorative stitches or have full needle movement with this foot. And we'll see another foot that is one of our most popular feet that have a similar guide, but that guide stops before it gets to where the needle stitches. So you have to be careful what stitch you use with this foot. But what we're going to do is we're going to take our foot and we're going to ride the folded fabrics right along the inside edge of that foot using stitch number 9. So one thing that I've found when, at least on the 590, and I do have my 5.5mm stitch plate on. So what I've found with the 590 and using stitch number 9 is I have to make that stitch a little bit wider in order to catch my fabric. It could be the machine setting with the foot and my 5.5mm setting, but you want to make sure when the top of the pyramid comes over and bites on the left hand side of that guide, you want to make sure it's catching the fabric. So I've made it a little bit wider from its default, as we can see here at the 4.2. So we'll take a closer look as we're stitching. So here as we're stitching, it's going to first bite into the fabric, and then it's going to stitch essentially in midair, and then it'll come back over and slightly bite into our fabric with just one stitch. And you want to make sure you're keeping that fabric right against that guide. It's very important. You don't want to deviate away from that guide. So now we're done. So here we can see what this stitch looks like. It's kind of neat. So then we'll press this back. And of course you would press it with your iron. So we can see the back is nice and flat. It's not going to get caught on anything. It looks beautiful. This is probably definitely my favorite type of hem. And then the front, and I'm using white thread, and on red fabric, you can barely see that stitching. So with this particular fabric, we could probably get away with just white thread. Especially once we press this out, you're barely going to see those little bites into the fabric. But you can always match it with a red thread. But that's the first blind hem. That's the hand look blind hem stitch. So here we have our most popular blind hem, which is just your traditional blind hem. And as I mentioned before, we do originally fold this fabric back, just like we did on the hand look blind hem. And then we fold it again to give it the desired length that we need at that second fold. Or initially that could be your first fold, really. And then we're going to fold the fabric up and we're going to stitch down. So I'm going to give you a better idea of what that looks like on fabric we can see. So again, this center fold will be your first fold because this is going to be the length of your hem when it's all said and done. So we can create, that could be our first fold, which is our center fold. And then, like I said, some people will go on a serger and serge this down just so it's finished. But I like to fold it over because this raw edge is then going to be encapsulated in the layers of fabric. So we're not going to have to worry about it coming, like fraying or coming undone. So we created our first fold down the center. We create our smaller fold. It's not perfect because it's just a sample. And then what we'll do is we'll fold it here and then we can fold it back. But what we see here is, see how it's folded multiple times? And so with our hand look, this third fold was right along the edge like that. But here we're going to leave it like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our blind hem stitch foot, and just like the hand look blind hem, we're going to line up this fold right here, right up with that guide. But if you notice, we have fabric on both sides, which is fine because you're going to get a look that looks like this, like what we saw before. And so we have that little bit of flap. So put this on. And so we've got our fabric. So we'll zoom in. So we're going to ride the fold here right along the left side of that guide, and we're just going to stitch using our blind hem stitch. It's a very easy technique to use. And of course, if this was a pant leg, I wouldn't be using my slide-on table because I would have that pant leg wrapped around the free arm of the machine. So let's finish this up. So here how you can see how it just barely bit into the fabric. That's what you want. You don't want that little pyramid or that zigzag to come and really bite too much into the fabric, because when we fold this over, it's not going to lay flat and you're going to see too much of the stitch. But you want to make sure that it bites every single time. So sometimes you may have to adjust the stitch width of that blind hem stitch number 9. But as you can see here, it looks just like the same as our hand look blind hem on the front. So it just barely bit into the fabric, which is perfect. I mean, this is ideal. And then come to the back, we can see we do have that little bit of flap, but that's our blind hem. So if you wanted to do a top stitch or something like that, you could, but typically a blind hem, the reason you're doing the hem like this because you don't see any of your stitches, like your dress pants and things like that. And you press it and that little crease right there will just go right out. So these are your 2 different blind hems that we're going to do with the blind hem stitch foot. There are a number of other things you can do with the blind hem stitch foot. They're all listed in the Big Book of Feet. Some things like top stitching, drapery hems, and different things like that. But that's pretty much it when it comes to the number 5 blind hem stitch foot. And like I said, this foot comes with most machines. So look in your box of feet and see if you have the blind hem and give it a try. Because it's not just designed for hemming pants or anything like that. You have a number of different options for creating that beautiful blind hem on your new Bernina. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, check out my Instagram, Living with Cody and Pete, and stay tuned for more feet videos. All right, happy sewing.